Hello, sports lovers and fans of the Goalpost Gossip. Welcome once again to another episode. It's a chilly day here in Lagos, where some of us are, and I don't know what the weather is like in other parts of the world where some members of the crew are. But just a quick introduction: we have AOC, we have Woody, we have Angel Diaby, and of course, my humble self, TDF. And so the international break is over and clubs are returning back to action this weekend. Woody, what do you have for us on the table to discuss today?
Well, I think my first conversation is Haaland scored 5 goals against. I can't even remember the name of that country. My question typically is Haaland back or it was just a stroke of luck? Um, well, we were having a conversation over during the week, and Angel Diaby said that European countries typically have easy draws, especially for this kind of qualifiers, and that's why Haaland is able to have 5 goals. I think 5 goals, right? 5 goals, 2 assists in a single match. My
Hmm.
so my question is he back? Are we expecting him to do something, maybe not similar, but at least score 1 or 2 goals against Manchester United? Knowing that Manchester United is currently facing what's it called? We're having injuries, especially in defense. I think Martinez
No, you guys have no excuse. Oh. You guys bought players as well, just like every other club. So don't
is not
use
an
injuries as an
excuse.
excuse. And you
No,
just
no,
got a
no, no,
new
no.
goalkeeper. Now you tried to send Onana to Trabzonspor. So you just got a new goalkeeper. But I think that Haaland
Again,
wasn't the only one who had
The injuries are not even
a
a
good
thing. The injuries are
international
not a
break.
thing.
I mean,
Man
Mikel
City
Merino
has eight
scored, was
players
it three
injured.
goals and 2 assists, playing for Spain as well. So
oh,
I'm guessing that it was just a season for the strikers to shine. But let me hear what Injo Diaby has to say concerning that. I'm the only non-Man U fan here at the moment, so let me allow Man U fans discuss their
Um,
potential. How will I call it now? Possible pains or gains. Injo Diaby, to Woody's
yeah, so
question,
I was
is Alan
responding
back
to
or is it
James
just
that
a season for him?
Haaland is never a winner. Haaland is never a winner. It's just a matter of can they create for him?
We can't hear
Can they
you if
get him into
if
those
you're talking.
positions? Yeah, I said Haaland is never away. It's more of can they get him into those positions? Can they find him? Haaland is never out of form. Give him the chance. Give him 5 chances, he will get three at the minimum. So it's a matter of if he doesn't score, it's simply probably they stifled him out of the game or they couldn't create those chances for him. But trust me, put it on the plate for him and he buries it 9 times out of 10. And for James saying injuries are affecting United, I can list almost 8 players for you that Man City would be without as well for the match. The likes of Mamouche,
no, no.
Foden. I can't quite remember all of them now, but they have like 6, 7, 8 players that would also be out. So and looking at
Wait,
United's record at Etihad, it's always not been good. So I don't know, just there, just I just want to see what will happen. But for me, I want to see 3 things on Sunday. 3 things. I want to see us cross the ball for Shesko the way Man City tries to create for Haaland, I want to see us create for Shesko. Most of our players always want to go for goal themselves. No, I want to see us creating chances. Two, I want to see us compete. I don't want Amorim to set up this defensive, put like 7 defenders on the field, then wait for counter, allow City to have the whole of the ball and stuff like that. I don't want to see that. Then three, I want Amorim to make the right decisions at the right time. Subs, when we are leading 1-0, what subs do you make? At what time do you make it? When we are losing, what subs do you make? At what time do you make it? So that's exactly what I want to see going on Sunday, though.
Diaby,
Yeah,
Diaby, can you hear me? Diaby.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is why I mentioned. This is why I
Am
said.
I the only one? I can't hear
Uh,
Woody.
this is why. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
I'm
yes, I
just to
can
be
hear
sure you
you.
guys can hear me. Okay, this is why I said Manchester United have injuries, and I'm not saying it as an excuse. I'm just saying that it limits his his level of how do I put it? His creativity in terms of substitution. Number one, Kunha is injured. Mount is injured. These are players that have started the last three games, and so he's left with either Zeski, not just either Zeski. He's left with Zeski. He's left with Sesko. Question is, or we hope he starts Sesko. If he doesn't, I don't know. I think probably something's wrong with him. But I hope he starts Sesko. Again, I think Martinez is injured, and so that limits his selection again for our backline. Question is, how is he going to run? How is he going to start? What is he going to put in our starting 11, especially in the attack? Normally he will start Kuhan as either a false nine or Mount as a false nine, and you have what's his name, Burmo on the right here, and one of the others on the left. The question is, how is he going to arrange these guys? Would these guys have the impact we would expect? At least, not just, we're not saying I want Manchester United to win. I want to see a good game. But my question is, with the selection, with the options we have, can we have a good game? With the best, should we not be hoping for just say a draw? Because can we get a win at Etihad? That's my question. That's why I keep saying there's not a problem, but there's a challenge with substitution, with who to pick, who to select. Now you mentioned the fact that Manchester United we have a new goalkeeper. Is he going to start? He's still a young guy. It's his first game. Do you think they should put him in this tough game? I don't know. I
I
think
think
it's a dire
Amorim in his
situation.
press conference,
Yeah.
Amorim in his press conference stated that Bainde is starting 100%. Depending on how the match goes, we can bring in Meno because Meno looks off form at the moment, but
If he,
at least
if he
Ugarte and
starts
Casemiro bite.
if he starts Ugarte and Casemiro, don't you think it will stifle creativity somehow?
It's we both know that Meno is not that like he's a great wonder kid. Don't get me wrong, he has huge potential, but at the moment his game is not there yet, and I feel he would make more of an impact if we bring him in, say second half to have studied the game. The most important thing is we should try not to concede in the first half. Yeah, as a United fan, if we can keep a clean sheet, I think bringing him in the second half would not harm his performances though.
So, do you guys think you're going to win against City, or are you going to draw?
Well, it's football. It's football. I want us to win, definitely. I want us to win. Man City is there for the taking. The past two matches, they've shown it. They are there for the taking. They are not that superstar. Oh, lest we forget, they're having a new goalkeeper. This very tall, huge guy,
Man City
Donnarumma.
has a huge list of injury, man. Let me see if I can pull it out. Like the list is long. It's very very long. When I saw
And
it,
even did that.
which was I was like, what is this? I mean, Savio is injured. I'm waiting for it to come up. Or there's an issue with Savio is injured. I didn't even know that this guy is even still in that club. Philip, I didn't know that Philip is still in that club. So hopefully, man, you can ride on that. I look forward to the Manchester derby. To be honest, I'm really hoping that my heart is with Manchester United. Really, I'm hoping that you guys can do something exactly. So look at that list right there. Like, it's a whole lot. You have Ryan, you have Marcos, you have Josco, you have Pico, you have John, you have Phil, you have Matteo, you have Nico, you have Calvin, you have Savino, you have Omar Mamouche, and I think just today or so, another player, or maybe it was just another player, got injured. But then again, like Javi said, it's football. Anything can happen. But I think I'm also looking forward to the Arsenal Forest game. I mean, I know he's out.
Oh
That
yeah,
guy has some. That guy has some
yeah.
long throws, man. Hi, I know does some long throws. You got to give it to him.
That match, I
Um,
mean, a
he
straightforward
said,
win for Arsenal. That match to me is a straightforward win for Arsenal. Straightforward.
Yes,
Straightforward.
especially with the fact that their coach they're just they have a new coach basically. So you
He's
don't
Tottenham's
expect those
coach,
guys to fire on
oh.
all
He's
cylinders.
Tottenham's former coach, oh. Ange.
For now he's still he's still a bad coach for now.
The
Still a
same
bad coach
coach
Someone
that
that won
finished
them
17th
Europa.
last season. Please let's remember.
He won them Europa last
Sorry, the
season.
same. Yes, imagine
I
Amorim
said the
won
same coach that
Europa
finished
last season.
17th.
Exactly. Imagine Amorim won Europa last season. Would you still have rated that season to have been good? No, it's still bad. So he's still a bad coach.
No, but
And
you
first of
cannot
all, it's his first
compare.
match.
You cannot compare the legend status that Man United has to that of Tottenham. Tottenham doesn't have that legendary status that Man U has, or that history of winning things that Man United has. So you cannot compare them at all.
Well, yes, no, we can't compare. But if you were looking at the success or how good a coach is, we cannot. I really don't even understand why they decided to go for this particular guy. Because
Because he
for
won them
Christ's sake,
Europa.
ah,
So
again, I
are
think
you
it's a bad choice.
rating? Are you
That
rating?
Europa,
Are you
that
rating?
Europa, now just it's just that somebody has to win it out of United and Tottenham. Ideally, both of them
That's
were
the
meant to be
thing.
banished from the final.
If it was possible for both of them to lose it, so like no winner, no loser, I think that would have just probably happened because they were both bad. They were really both bad. Yeah, but again, I expect Arsenal to have a straight win tomorrow. In fact, saying 2-3 goals, 2-3-0 actually. That's my prediction. And
But
if you have Gyökeres in your FPL team, I think you should even cap him because he's going to bang in goals tomorrow. I know he's not there to create problems for Arsenal. Um, what's his name? What's this Nigerian that there's Eze now. Eze, Arsenal has Eze. Arsenal has one other guy. What's that other Nigerian?
Madueke.
That
Madueke,
Madueke, yes, Madueke.
Madueke,
There's
So with
also
and he had
there's
these
a
guys,
Mosquera.
brilliant performance for England.
so
Yeah, so
he's
like I said, I just need Madueke to work on his finishing touches. He's very fluid. He's good on the ball. He's direct, but I hope that the kind of experience that he displayed at the qualifiers playing
internationals.
for England, he can bring that to the EPL. He's a very fluid player, and Arsenal has got some injuries, so this is the time for him to really shine on
Sure,
that wing. I mean, Saka is out, and so he has a lot to prove, and also he has. I mean, again, he also still has that competition. Like I said at the last time we met, he's not the only one that can play that wing as it stands, and so he has to really show that he is competent to man that wing, and probably give Saka a run for his position. You know, you have Iwaneri who is still pulling in left, right, and center. You have what's his name now? You have Nkape. Nkape is there now, and so Miles Kelly might have to really fight for that position. You know, because I watched a few of the games that Nkape played. The guy is horror. I feel like that guy would disturb a lot, up front. But yes, like everybody is saying, I expect Arsenal to win that game. But this is football, Football can pull some prizes, some surprises sometimes. Hopefully the boys go out there to really play. It's going to be an exciting weekend. I mean, the nations qualifiers for Nigeria may not have looked well, but I think that CAF needs to look at the football pitch in South Africa. That pitch wasn't good at all. And to have allowed Lesotho and South Africa play the same pitch, I think that needs to be looked into. I mean, the injury that I know has at the moment was courtesy of that pitch, basically. So I think it's something that they need to really look into, and there has to be a standard, so to speak, with respect to that. But let's hope that the league gives us something interesting to look out for. I mean, it's good to be back. I think that when is next national break? That should be in October, right?
I think towards
Yeah,
the end of
Yes.
maybe early
yeah.
November.
Yeah, so we have some good seasons going on. If you have Olaino in your FPL, this is the time to remove him. If you have Mamouche, this is the time to remove Mamouche. I need to go and remove Mamouche. I think I had Mamouche. I need to go and remove Mamouche. I'm still not confident about Haaland, to be honest. I'm still not confident about him. And I worry, Foluska, welcome. And I worry for Pep. I think that Pep should have stepped aside when the ovation was loudest. His game this weekend will say a whole lot. Is he able to win the Manchester Derby, or is he going to lose it or fold, or is it a draw? I mean, I have no love for either City or United. Felicia, welcome. We're discussing the games coming up this weekend. Who do you see winning, City or United?
Well, I've had a discussion with a couple of my friends over the week, and then like you said, I have no love for the two teams, but based on the start of City this season, I don't see any strength in them against Manchester United because uh, looking at the likes of new players that Manchester United recently got. You know, they are already used to the Premiership system. They know each team. They know each players. They played Man City in the last season. So I strongly believe that Manchester would pull a strong string on what do you call it on Manchester. Manchester United will play a very strong string on Manchester City because the new guys that they have in Manchester City, aside the Monrouge guy, the other guys in the I don't know his name properly. They are not.
Mamouche is
They
even
are,
injured.
oh, like you said now. So I don't see much. I don't see much confidence in those guys yet to to break the back of Manchester United. Although the Manchester United, they are they are untrustworthy when it comes to delivering, but between Manchester City and Manchester United.
And you just got a new goalkeeper.
Oh, see, regardless of who they bought, right? It's not about the keeper this time around. It's about their defenders because we can all scrutinize the keeper for all we care. I remember in our group that we have one of
I feel
my
like
colleagues.
I feel like muting this guy. I feel like muting this guy. Who has the authority to mute this guy? This guy keeps. I can't wait for NFO to flog Arsenal this weekend. Let me see if the next time we have a meeting, you'll be able to open your mouth just like this. But it's not your fault now. It's Onana and the rest of them that have given you mouth. But now Onana is on his way to Turkey, and thankfully he showed himself during the international break. I think you guys saw his. I think he's terrible. I think he missed, like, he let one very
They
cheap goal
need
enter, and
they need to investigate Onana for match fixing. They should check his betting account. That guy does over zero point 0.5. No, every match over zero point 0.5. They should check his betting account.
I heard I heard he had to cover. I saw a video online where he was on a bike in Cameroon. You would almost mistake that to be Nigeria, and he had to cover his head to take him back to his house. One very, I think that's his house because it's on this untarred road. Like, it was very similar to a Nigerian thing. But it's strange that Onana, the superstar, is entering Okada inside Cameroon. Question is why, and he had to cover his head so that people will not see him and stuff like that. Maybe they were planning to beat him up. But the point is, I don't know what's wrong with him. He's not as bad as he has been playing. I've never liked him, but I don't think he's a really, really. He's one. I think he's one of the best African keepers at the moment. True or false? Yes.
I don't
Now,
think
why are you shaking
Onana
your
is the
head?
only problem. I think it's unfair to think that Onana is the only problem in Manchester United. I mean, Angel Diaby has always been critical of Fernandes, for example. You have a Casemiro that is always raising up his hands at the slightest opportunity. So, I mean, I think that is the entire team that needs to come together and ask themselves, what exactly do we want out of this particular club? as against pointing fingers at Onana. But then, I
How
mean,
did
he's left you
how,
guys
how
now.
did how did we go from blaming Onana for Onana himself to blaming Manchester United? I started this conversation with the goal of deviating the criticism from Manchester United, and you're taking us back to it. Let us move on, please. Let us move on to FPL. Who do you want to cap this game week? I don't know who to cap.
Well, I
Who is
was talking to for me. I have Joe Pedro, I have Goes, and I have what do you call it? As my striker, I have Alan, and I think Alan. I'm not so strong about Alan pulling doing a magic in Manchester United. If only their defenders can be very matured at the back side, but I think I'm gonna put Arsenal striker.
Joao Pedro as
No,
your captain, right?
I
yes.
have I have had your Pedro as my captain since the beginning of this season, and he has not failed me.
I think CDF. I think he's going to mess up with Brentford this season, this new match
This
because
weekend.
yeah, they're going to meet them. They're going to
Why?
meet them they're going to meet them in their house. So I don't think that they are ready to lay back and let Chelsea do their magic on
Brentford
them.
is not the same Brentford, though.
No, it's not.
Brentford is not the
Brentford
same
is
Brentford.
they are not in their best so far. So I expect Chelsea to have like
I
two,
expect
three
Chelsea to
goals
demolish
against them.
Brentford, actually.
Mm.
Yeah, I also expect something similar.
I
The
expect Chelsea
thing
to
is,
demolish
the question
Brentford.
is, Diaby, who would you cap this game week? And be honest, if you do not cap him, I'm going to snap your selection and post it in our next game that you like on live TV. Who are you going to cap this season? Yeah, sorry, this game week.
Salah.
You have Salah. Who
I
is
don't
who
I
is who
don't
is
know why
who
they
is
have Salah. I want to bring in Salah, but I don't know who to
then
sell.
sell Haaland. Sell Haaland if you want to bring Salah.
Yeah,
I can't.
Alan.
I
That guy
don't
is
think
too
I can go a
expensive.
season.
Salah is too
I don't think I
expensive.
can go through the season without having Salah in my team. I just don't see myself doing it. He has to be in my team.
So they see, JB, the reason why I won't buy a Salah at the moment is that first of all, if you're watching his game now, first you can tell that he's old or he's older. So he tries to be in strategic places to be able to put in assists and goals once in a while. But now they have players like what they call Ekitike and Isak. Those guys are the ones that are the goal bangers now. So I don't think Haaland. Sorry, I don't think
Sorry,
Salah.
Woody. Sorry to interrupt you. Don't forget that now they have Isak and Ekitike.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah,
He
that's
just
what
said that now.
that's
He
what
just said that now.
that's what I just
Okay,
said.
I didn't hear that
So I
part.
don't
Yeah.
think I don't think Salah would be their. He's not their go-to man for goals, first of all, and I
Yeah,
cannot
point
even
man.
guarantee that he'll be their. I don't think he will even be their go-to guy for what they call it for assist. We have this young guy. Is it Ritz, right? That's his name. That's how they pronounce it. I expect him
Yeah.
to
I
be the
understand your
go-to
point,
guy.
but for starters, Salah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm coming. I need to cut this call. Okay. So for starters, Salah is going to be on penalties. Definitely, he's the one on penalties. That's one.
oh
Two,
yeah,
you don't. I don't need Salah to score. Salah is one of the most creative players in the league. Now they have. When he had Nunes, he was like topping assists for Liverpool. Now they have strikers
yeah.
who can score. Isaac
So
is
he'll be
also not going
topping
to
us.
start this weekend. I'm very sure. Isaac is not starting. So Salah would always be there as chances created. And the FPL game is not just about the GA ratios, that's the goal assist. There are some underlying numbers that also count as bonuses and all. So I think whatever we do, I look towards the end of the season and I just look at the top three players that will top the scoreline for FPL in at the end of the season. And I don't see how Salah and Haaland won't be there. But unfortunately, I can't have both Salah and Haaland. So I just went with Salah.
Mm.
I can guarantee.
I think
Anybody that has Salah and Haaland, that person is come and explain how they did it.
yeah, there must
Well,
be a
I can actually explain to you how that's possible. So if you notice now that there are a few young players, not young players, low cheap players that are actually doing well, that you can buy after buying Haaland and Salah. Do you understand? The question is how consistent they would be as time progresses. Do you understand? So
Exactly.
you can try it now and it would go well for you. But by mid-season, those guys may have fallen through
You
the
will suffer
cracks
in many
and
game
you
weeks.
start,
You will
yes,
suffer
yes.
in many game weeks.
And you might not be able to catch up with the rest of the team. Currently, on my FPL, I think I'm standing
And let's not
currently at,
forget, except I'm wrong.
yeah,
I said, except I'm wrong, let's not forget World Cup is coming.
yeah. When is the World Cup?
But that'll be next year.
That's next
It's
year,
not, it's
yeah.
not, yes, it's not, won't season
It's
still be
over.
on?
Yeah,
No,
but
no, no,
at least
no.
the major game will have
We'll
been
still
played.
be on.
I think
Okay.
World Cup will be after Premiership. I think it's always after the season.
Yeah, it's
Let
after
me
the
check.
season.
Yeah,
It's
World Cup
after
is
the
always
season.
after the season. They don't have any league or team game to play again except any
You
friendly
know
when they
that
are back.
Champions League final is usually in May.
If you check,
Yeah, and World
World
Cup is
Cup is
meant to start
actually
June.
after. World Cup is actually usually
Okay.
after. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys, let's bring this to a wrap. What are our parting shots? I'm looking forward to an Arsenal win, demolition of Forest for me. I'm hoping that my guy Gyökeres can get on the score sheet solidly, not just penalties, but solidly. I don't care who wins between Manchester United and Manchester City, but on the other thought, I need City to be beaten because I need Pep to grow older than he's growing right now and get out of EPL. We'll look at the final word and then we go to enjoy the derby and then wrap up with Woody.
Yeah, but you still haven't mentioned who are you capping for this season? For this weekend.
I'm still capping your Pedro.
Okay. I for one, I don't even know who I'm going to cap for now. I don't know yet. Probably till later tonight. But for now,
Well,
it's between Eucharist or Pedro. I don't know who's going to do
well,
the magic
Okay.
for me.
Woody, why are you
for me,
capping?
this um, it's between João Pedro and what's his name? This guy for Tottenham. I can't remember his name. What's the striker for Tottenham? It's between João Pedro and that guy for Tottenham. I don't remember his name, but I expect
Richarlison.
Arsenal. Sorry.
Okay.
Is it Richarlison?
Oh yes, Richarlison. Is it now João Pedro or Richarlison? So I expect Arsenal to win their game. I don't have Gyökeres. If I had Gyökeres, I would have captain. I expect Arsenal to win the game. I expect Manchester United to win their game. I expect like 3-1 for Manchester United against Man City. Two goals from Sesko, one goal from Bruno, but I don't have Bruno. Then
I don't see two
don't
goals
I
use
from
like your
Arsenal.
faith. I like your
Sesko.
faith in Sesco.
Let me finish now. Let me finish. I expect Chelsea to demolish Brent. I think Chelsea is meeting Brent, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Also, that's one
Chelsea,
of the reasons
Brentford,
why.
yeah.
Yes, Brent. Yeah. So that's why I want. That's one of the reasons why I'm considering was João Pedro to be my captain, but I haven't decided. So that's probably like my prediction for this game week. That's all. Well, Diaby, what your final predictions before we go?
Okay, so just to round up, I'll go through the other games that we are having. We are having a London derby at West Ham and Tottenham, and that match always produces goals. It will be an exciting one to also look forward
Yeah.
to. Burnley would be hosting Liverpool, and Liverpool is on a perfect record presently.
But
And a slot
Burnley can
just
be a
won,
pain in the neck too, you know.
well, and a slot just won the manager of the month, so it's looking good for them there. And we have Everton and Aston Villa.
Angel Diaby, please, before you go forward, can I just say something? I
Yes,
think Isaac, right? It's too early to well, based on what he did last season, right? Yeah, I understand that it may be a very strong force to reckon with, but I think it's too early to put the guy on the limelight with Liverpool because it do you think it's easy for Liverpool to start those two of them at the same time in a in a game?
No. I think in the big games, one would have to sit, while one will come off the bench to
No,
influence
regardless of the
matters.
big game or the small game, do you think they are going to start the two strikers in the same game?
Yeah, I think if they are playing the lesser teams, I think he will start both. Ekitike
Yes,
usually plays on the wings for
Ekitike will play
Falcons.
from can play from the side. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think he
I
can do
think
that.
he can
So
start.
Ekitike
if he
can
can
come
play,
from the side, while Isak will play from the middle.
I think may be in the shadow of Ekitike this season. I may be wrong,
And
but I think
if you look at the
You are very,
Swedish
you are
national
very, very
football,
wrong.
yeah, Isak also plays
for
from
instance,
the
I may be
wings
wrong, but I
sometimes.
think Isaac may be in the shadow. It's too soon to say either way, either yes or no, right? But let's see how the league
You're talking
would.
about you're talking about an EPL proven striker. You cannot compare both of them. It's not
No,
possible.
In fact,
Ekitike,
I think it's Ekitike that would struggle not to be in the shadows of Isak when Isak starts playing.
Exactly. Exactly.
And let's not forget, Liverpool will be competing in 4 competitions. So I think there's space for
Yeah,
everybody, though.
there's space for
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
True, true.
True.
Quickly before we go,
Yeah.
Jack Grealish, player of the month. How impressed have you guys been with his performances since he left City?
Who?
Jack Grealish
Jack
of
Grealish.
former Man City player. Well,
He just
for
won
me,
the player of the month. 4 assists, 3 goals, I guess, 2 goals, something like that.
well,
Yeah. So he's playing in a lower team. He's a player. First of all, Grealish is a very good player. You now move him to a team where has less pressure. He has an opportunity to shine. I won't be surprised if he continues like this for the entire season. Actually, I won't be
It's
surprised.
possible. It's possible. Okay,
All
guys.
right, then I guess that's the end.
That's a wrap. Thank you for joining us. The next time you're hearing from us will be after the games this weekend, and then we get to review them and then give our further predictions. Please don't forget to subscribe, share with friends and families. If there's any particular thing you want us to talk about on this channel, please don't forget to put them in the comment section. Follow us on our social media pages. The links are in the comment section and descriptions below. I will definitely will be in touch. So we'll come your way again. Have a fun-filled sporting weekend.
all right, Gunners for life.
Goodness.
Thanks, guys.
Hallelujah.